as I was coming through all of this, I soon found out that one of the biggest companies that I was with, Universal Music, it's the second part of the ugly truth. We began to research things to check on my royalties and my statements and things that of that nature, only to find out a lot of my publishing, a lot of my royalties, my mechanicals, they have all pretty much been stolen.
Angie Stone's sudden passing has sent shockwaves through the music industry, but the circumstances surrounding her death are raising eyebrows. Just weeks after she publicly accused Universal Music Group, UMG, of stealing her royalties for decades, she was involved in a road accident that left her as the only fatality among 8 passengers. The timing of it all is unsettling, especially considering she had recently declared that she would do whatever it took to ensure she was paid what she was owed for her life's work, for her children, and for her grandchildren.
One way or the other, Universal Music, you're going to have to give up my coins. And so what I'm doing now is whatever is necessary to make sure they pay me for the legacy of my life, for my children and my grandchildren. They're going to have to give me my money.
Now, fans are questioning whether her death was truly an accident or something more sinister. In recent months, Angie had been making headlines not just for her music, but for her willingness to expose the dark side of the industry. She wasn't just calling out UMG. She was also shedding light on how certain figures in the music business had allegedly played a role in sabotaging her career. She specifically mentioned D'Angelo and Mary J. Blige, claiming that they were used as tools to hold her back.
It was told to me that they were single-handedly put in charge of sending out letters everywhere to make people think that I was the cause of him being exposed to alcohol, to everything that could have gone wrong. And we need you to mail this out. And that person knew that it was all fabricated.
Her revelations painted a picture of a calculated effort to ensure that she never got the recognition or financial success she deserved. The speculation only intensified when Al-B Sure posted transcriptions of text messages he exchanged with Angie just days before her passing. In these messages, Angie reportedly shared deeply personal information, though the exact details remain unclear. This move by Al-B Sure has left people wondering why he chose to release these messages now and whether they contain clues about what was really happening behind the scenes. Angie Stone was far from just another artist. She was a trailblazer in the industry, shaping the sound of R&B and hip-hop for decades. Born into a musical family, she was surrounded by music from an early age, with her father singing gospel and blues around town. As an only child, she was heavily influenced by him and developed a passion for music that would eventually lead her to make history. She co-founded The Sequence, one of the first all-female rap groups, and became one of the earliest female artists to record a rap song. She later joined the R&B trio Vertical Hold before launching a successful solo career. Her contributions to music were undeniable. She gave the world hits like No More Rain, In This Cloud, which topped the Billboard Adult R&B Airplay chart for 10 weeks, and Wish I Didn't Miss You, a timeless anthem. She worked alongside legends like Betty Wright, collaborated with D'Angelo, and created music that resonated with generations. Her 2001 album Mahogany Soul reached number 22 on the Billboard 200, while her 2007 album The Art of Love and War peaked at number 11. Beyond music, she showcased her versatility as an actress, appearing in films like The Hot Chick, The Fighting Temptations, and Ride Along. She even took her talents to Broadway, playing Big Mama Morton in Chicago. Reality TV fans also got to see her on Celebrity Fit Club and R&B Davis, Atlanta, where she shared more of her journey. Despite her undeniable impact, Angie, like many artists before her, found herself questioning where all the money from her decades-long career had gone. For most of her life, she was unaware that Universal Music Group had allegedly been collecting her royalties without her knowledge. It wasn't until she fell seriously ill with a severe blood infection and was forced to take a break from touring that she discovered discrepancies in her financial records. In January, she took to social media in a candid video, exposing what she described as blatant theft by UHMHG. She revealed that the company had been receiving all of her royalties, publishing, and mechanical rights, leaving her with almost nothing. In the video, she expressed deep disappointment and frustration, calling out both negligence and deliberate financial misconduct.
A walking testimony that God has carried me all this time, because if you only knew how much money they have taken from me, how much they have stolen from me, monies that I'm supposed to be, I should have been able to retire 20 years ago with the money I've made, supposedly. But there are key people that have been driving the ships. And what they've been doing is improperly representing me, improperly stealing from me, taking things in their own hand, changing and switching lanes because they knew I didn't know that part. See, I'm not an attorney. I don't know everything.
She made it clear that she wasn't going to stay silent. She also alleged that there were class action lawsuits over some of her songs, but because her work hadn't been properly registered, she never saw the money from them. She had put together a legal team to investigate what she was owed, and she was determined to get justice. She even issued a warning to younger artists about the dangers lurking within the industry, urging them to be more cautious with their contracts. Then, just weeks after making this bold stand, she was gone. The details of her fatal accident only add to the suspicion. Angie was traveling back to Atlanta from Alabama when the van she was in flipped over and was struck by a big rig. Strangely, every other passenger survived except for Angie. The Alabama Highway Patrol reported that the accident occurred around 4:25 a.m. on March 1st. The 2021 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van she was in overturned on Interstate 65 and was then hit by a 2021 Freightliner Cascadia truck. The driver of the truck, a 33-year-old man from Texas, walked away unharmed, while the other 7 passengers in the van were taken to a hospital. Angie was the only one pronounced dead at the scene. Given the circumstances, it's no surprise that many fans believe her death was no accident. The music industry has long been accused of silencing artists who speak out, and UMG has been at the center of similar allegations in the past. Many believe that Angie's decision to go public with her claims made her a target, especially since she was actively taking steps to reclaim her earnings. But this isn't the first time she had spoken out about the industry's dark side. In September of last year, she dropped another bombshell, exposing how D'Angelo's team had allegedly spread false accusations about her. According to Angie, years after their breakup, someone from D'Angelo's camp sent letters to industry professionals claiming that she had introduced him to alcohol and that she was controlling and difficult to work with. These lies, she said, severely damaged her career. Although she never blamed D'Angelo directly, she held his business handlers responsible for what she saw as a deliberate attempt to destroy her reputation.
So the person let me know, and it's going on record to say that when the time comes, they will step up to the mic and let it be known that was their assignment, to destroy my credibility by way of making me look crazy in a relationship that was innocent and pure and real. As a matter of fact, it was so real and pure, you could tell by the nourishment of the music then was just pleasant, it was real, it was pure.
She also exposed her complicated history with Mary J. Blige, claiming that Mary had benefited from her work without ever acknowledging her contributions. Angie revealed that Kurt Woodley, who managed Mary at Uptown Records, had asked her to mentor Mary in the early days of her career. But despite her guidance, Mary allegedly never showed any gratitude. Angie even claimed that Mary took a song she had recorded with D'Angelo without permission.
She don't never have to really acknowledge me, but I was surprised at the end of the day when my song that we talked about the other day, Every Day and Die, was leaked on her project. I really thought she had a lot more respect for me than that. After all, my love and my hard work and perseverance with you was genuine. So that's my secret rendition of...
While she never explicitly accused Mary of being complicit in her career sabotage, she suggested that Mary knew what was happening and chose to stay silent. All of this paints a disturbing picture, one of an artist who was systematically undermined, financially exploited, and, when she finally spoke up, mysteriously taken out of the equation. Fans are left wondering, did she get too close to the truth? Was she silenced for demanding justice? Or was it truly just an unfortunate accident? Angie Stone had been warning other artists to stay vigilant in the industry, urging them to be cautious about the hidden dangers that could threaten their careers and even their lives. But something else that doesn't quite add up is Al-B. Shure's decision to publicly share a transcript of his text messages with Angie just days before her passing. The content of these messages was deeply personal, and many people are questioning why he felt the need to put them out there. In one of the texts, Angie reached out to him, saying, "Hey, it's Angie Stone reaching out. Please give me a call AHSHAHP. A lot of stuff is happening regarding this transplant situation. I have 2 possible donors, but they are discriminating against Black people now. It's been 5 years. Al-B Shure responded, "Hey there, Queen, great to hear from you. I'm on a plane and will touch base with you as soon as I touch down." Angie followed up with more details, telling him, "I wanted to let you know that I have 2 donors, 1 negative, 1 positive, both family members, and I'm trying to get some clearance on getting the transplant done because they're discriminating against Black people of a certain age. I'm leery of dealing with the hospital system here, so I was reaching out to see if there's something or someone you can suggest to help me get this done. It's been 5 years now. I'm well overdue. My blood work is excellent, and I'm just waiting. Call me when you get a moment to chop it up with me." As if that wasn't already enough to raise eyebrows, Angie also shared her thoughts on Diddy, making it clear that she had been keeping up with the shocking allegations against him. She told Al-B Shure, "I've been praying hard for you. Ever since all this foolishness you've been saying for years finally got exposed and he's going down. I didn't realize just how much craziness you had actually gone through, and it's so unfortunate. Know that I'm praying for you and supporting you in everything you've got going on." She also mentioned Al-B Shure's son, Quincy, expressing her hope that they would reunite, saying, "I pray that Quincy and you reconnect, and that he walks away from that whole ratchet situation. The whole world knows he deserves to be with his biological father at this time." She even spoke about Kim Porter, Quincy's late mother, saying, "I know that Kim is resting in paradise. She was born just a couple of days before me, so I know her spirit well. I know how she rolled, and I can assure you that she's been the one assisting you from the other side. Be blessed and know that I'm here for you no matter what. Peace and blessings, King." The fact that Al-B Shure chose to make these private messages public has only fueled speculation that Angie's death wasn't just an accident. People are now questioning whether she was silenced because she knew too much, especially considering how vocal she had been about the shady practices in the music industry. The details surrounding her passing still don't sit right, and there are more questions than answers. So, what do you think? Does this seem like a tragic accident, or does it look like something more calculated? And what about D'Angelo and Mary J. Blige? Do you believe they were used to sabotage Angie's career? And what are your thoughts on Al-B Shure's decision to share this transcript? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.